Hey, how are you? It's John, and I just wanted to share with you just a little bit of information about vaccines and what they're about. And the reason why I'm excited to talk about this is because it's great news for what's happening now with COVID-19. And I was fortunate enough today to be vaccinated. And I would encourage you, when you have the opportunity, to be vaccinated either with the Moderna vaccine or with what I get vaccinated with, which is the Pfizer vaccine. Now, there's lots of confusion. There's lots of stuff you can read on the internet. There's lots of people you can talk to. Everybody's going to have an opinion. And what I'm going to share with you is just a little overview of what vaccines are for and what's different about this mRNA type vaccine that's offered with the Moderna vaccine and the Pfizer vaccine. So basically, when you get vaccinated, you get a shot, and the chemicals in the shot go to your bloodstream. And what happens is it basically prepares your body to handle any foreign invader. And in this case, it's COVID-19. So the vaccination helps prepare your body and helps prepare your immune system for the possibility of, like, when you are exposed to the virus and it attacks your body, how this vaccination helps your body already, it makes it and enables it ready to handle and get rid of the virus. So how does it do that? What's the so what? So what's so exciting about this vaccine is it's different from the other vaccines that are, it takes a longer time to develop. They're usually done, they develop the vaccine, they grow it in cultures and they grow it in chicken eggs. And then when they get batches of it, they inject a part of it that's inactivated or a denatured part. And those are some of the older vaccines. The cool thing about an mRNA vaccine like Moderna and like the Pfizer vaccine are their mRNA. So think back to your high school biology days. There won't be a quiz after class, but messenger RNA is just a blueprint. So it's kind of like the secret message, but there's nothing behind it. It's just the blueprint. So when messenger RNA enters the cell and it finds a ribosome, and the ribosome duplicates that message, all it does is duplicate the message. There's nothing behind it. So think about it, let's see, as like a fake or an imposter. It's like a really good painting, but it's not the real thing. And so the spiky protein on the surface of COVID-19, like that, the little red spikes, that surface protein, that blueprint, was able to be replicated in mRNA. So it's just the blueprint. There's nothing harmful about it. It's just kind of like the code. So when the vaccine enters your bloodstream, when those particles enter your bloodstream, it has two things it does. Well, one, it tells the ribosome, it gives it this message. So once the message is reproduced, which is kind of like the protein structure that you can see on the spikes, that then goes to the surface of the cell. So when those cells, when that little messenger part on the cell is there, then it can be picked up as something, as a foreign invader. And so your body then mounts an immune response with B cells and T cells and all of that stuff. So that the cool thing about the mRNA vaccines is not only does it stimulate cell-mediated immunity, but it also stimulates antibody-mediated immunity. So that there's nothing live about the vaccine, okay? When you're getting immunized for COVID-19, you're not going to get COVID-19 from the virus, okay? That's a rumor. It's not true. Because your body is mounting an immune response, it's typical, just like any other time when your body mounts an immune response, for you to maybe run a little fever, get a little achy, because it's all part of your body's natural way to fight off a foreign invader. And in this case, COVID-19 vaccine or the COVID-19 virus is, so I got my first dose today. I'm not noticing anything. There's no redness at the site. My arm's not sore. I'll be going live to give updates, and I'm also going to post something in stories that might explain this in a different way if you have any questions about how the vaccines work. But if you have the opportunity to be vaccinated, I definitely would do it, because why not? It's one more barrier against getting sick from the virus. What else can I tell you? There's a really cool app that the CDC puts out. So they're tracking the people that have been vaccinated. And by tracking, I don't mean a chemical tracker. I mean, they're providing a system that's an app for the phone that they check in on you, and you can report any symptoms that you're experiencing. But there's nothing to be fearful about the vaccine. Now, the second dose, because again, they're trying to encourage your natural immunity, after that second dose of the vaccine, it's not uncommon to have flu-like symptoms between 1 and 3 days afterwards. And again, it's just your body's response to that protein, the fake protein. But you're not exposed to COVID. You're only exposed to a copy of the code of the surface spike. So it's a fake. And by your body getting used to this fake like a decoy, when your body can mount a defense to the decoy, then if it gets exposed to the real thing that's not a decoy, it can handle it. And that's what it's all about. It's not the hokey pokey, although it could be. So that's it. If you have any questions, drop a comment. I'd be happy to answer them. And like I said, I'm going to post something in stories. A friend of mine, Erica, retweeted something from a doctor in Washington State, and he kind of puts it into a pretty, it's kind of adult humor, but explains it. And so I'll post that in stories. As always, be kind, be authentic, and be yourself. And if you have any questions, let me know. I'd be happy to answer any questions. Thanks.